We have a significant PPP forgiveness update regarding the use and usefulness of the new direct forgiveness portal and data that helps us understand PPP forgiveness a little bit better. Also, this is an extra special update today because today is my birthday. So we're getting it done on my birthday. And I also feel like I've kind of risen from the dead because yesterday I was knocked out sick. So I'm glad that I'm feeling much better today, but I sound a little bit funky. So if you're wondering like what's going on with his voice, that's why. So I got this deep timbre in the voice going on today. So yeah, it's my birthday today. If you can do anything for my birthday, all I ask is make sure that you're subscribed to this channel and turn on the notification bell if you're already subscribed and just hit all on the notifications. That would mean so much to me. I would appreciate that. It would make it the best birthday ever. So yeah, let's get into the PPP forgiveness data here. So the SBA just unleashed this new summary data both for 2020 loans and 2021 PPP loans and how many of them have actually received forgiveness. And I was pretty surprised with this data. So we have this sheet and then we have another sheet that we're going to cover right after this. So I was surprised with this data. So first starting with 2020 PPP loans. You can see up on the top here, the total number of loans is 11,492,000 loans, total loan value, $792 billion. It's crazy how big this program is. That's an unfathomably large number. Count of applications. This is for forgiveness requests. 5.6 million applications have requested forgiveness. That's 48% of all PPP loans for 2020 loans. Now I'm surprised at how low that figure actually is. 48% for 2020 loans. If we think about the forgiveness window, that basically means counting both the covered period and the 10 months you get after the covered period to apply for forgiveness, there's people kind of risking it a little bit. Not quite, but we're getting on the brink there. So if we think about what's the very latest that someone could request forgiveness for the round one PPP loans, that would be a loan that was given in August, because that was the last month that PPP round one was open. And then you'd have to do the full covered period of 24 weeks, which is about 6 months. So that brings you to February of 2021. And then you have 10 months after that. That basically brings you through the end of the year of 2021. So there's a few people kind of towing the line there. Like if they got their round one PPP loan in June, you know, you're getting pretty close. So just make sure if you've received your first draw PPP loan, your round one PPP loan in 2020, make sure that you apply for forgiveness on that. Your lender should be accepting forgiveness applications there, and just don't risk it too much. You know, forgiveness happens fairly quickly, but you just don't want to, if you're getting close to the end of that 10 months, like just be careful there. So total forgiveness amount requested, this is just shy of $500 billion. So forgiveness has been requested for 63% of all PPP loan value. Now the reason that this is higher, this figure is higher than the 48% of PPP loans, is the larger loans, if we look down here, have actually received more forgiveness or requested for more forgiveness than the smaller loans. So 72% of loans around $2 million have requested forgiveness, where only 44% of the smallest loans under $50,000 have requested forgiveness. So there's a lot of people here with small PPP loans that need to apply for forgiveness. So apply for forgiveness. This is for 2020. For 2021, you have much more time, and your lender may not even be accepting forgiveness applications yet, but we're going to get into that in a second here. So we have 63% of all PPP loan value forgiveness requested. 59% of all PPP loan value, again for 2020, has been forgiven. So just a small difference there between total amount requested and total amount received. And if we look at the chart here, we can see that the amount, the submission value in red and the loan value in blue are very similar here. So most people are actually receiving full forgiveness or very close to full forgiveness. For these larger loans, there's a much more leeway here as to potential reduction in payrolls and things like that that may affect forgiveness a little bit more. So that could be part of the reason why it's not 100%, but I'm glad to see that it's pretty close to 100%. We just need more people to actually apply for forgiveness. It's crazy. Apply for forgiveness, turn this thing into a grant from a loan. Now, if we go down to 2021 PPP loans and the amount of forgiveness requested here, you can see that far fewer businesses have requested forgiveness on this end. So only 20% of 2021 PPP loans have submitted forgiveness applications, and most of these have happened in the last couple of weeks with that new forgiveness portal that we have some updates on in just a second. So for the largest loans, around $2 million, only 8.4% have requested forgiveness. For the smallest loans, it's actually flipped here, where 20.5% have actually requested forgiveness for loans under $50,000. Now, in terms of the amount that has actually been forgiven, so far that's 13% of the total loan value, where 15% has been requested. So what this says to me is, again, just about all of the requested forgiveness has been forgiven, and this is also counting in the fact that many of these submissions are brand new, so it's happening quickly as well. And this, of course, is great news on both fronts. So it means most people are receiving full forgiveness and it's happening fast. That's two things that we absolutely want to happen. And with this end, you have a little bit more time. Again, you have your covered period that can be anywhere between 8 and 24 weeks, and then you have 10 months after that. So you have a little bit of time. If your lender has not reached out to you and said, hey, apply for forgiveness, don't stress too much. Just make sure you do it within, the next 6 months or so. Just calculate your time, like, okay, I need to have forgiveness submitted by February 2022, or whatever your individual situation is. Leave a little calendar reminder in your phone if you're concerned about making sure that you do it on time and your lender has not reached out to you. Now, even more lenders have been opting into that direct forgiveness portal, and we're seeing actually some pretty phenomenal results here. But first, I also just want to give one little announcement. I have opened an additional 100 spots for my newsletter. Here's a little snippet of the newsletter from the other day. So how this works is every single day during the week, I send out this newsletter with 3 to 4 different news stories that we break down in real simple terms, just kind of interesting bites of things that are going on in the news. It's kind of in its beta release format right now. That's why I'm just letting people in slowly. So I've opened 100 additional spots. So make sure you grab one of those spots, linked down in the description. Now, if we go to the news on the direct forgiveness portal, we have this press release that just came out. The U.S. Small Business Administration has received more than 340,000 submissions from borrowers with PPP loans of $150,000 or less since the opening of this portal, which it was just opened a couple weeks back. So a huge amount of loans have been submitted here. Currently, more than 1,230 PPP lenders representing over 50% of outstanding loan forgiveness applications have opted into the direct forgiveness portal. Now, this is interesting because this is actually bumped up significantly from last week. It was around 900 or so lenders, and now it's at 1,200. So more and more lenders seem to be realizing that this is a fairly good portal to use. It makes things more streamlined, a little bit easier for small lenders. You're still unlikely to see this change happen for someone like Wells Fargo, Chase, big banks who already have their portals built out. In those cases, you'll just apply directly. If your lender doesn't reach out to you and say, like, hey, we are using the direct forgiveness portal, or go here for direct forgiveness, then you can expect to go directly through the lender. And many lenders still have not opened up their portals or even sent out those emails yet. So again, don't worry too much if you haven't received anything quite yet. And here's a great stat to read. On average, users submit their applications in only 6 minutes and receive their forgiveness decisions within a week from the date of submission. So what's especially useful with this portal is you type in some of your basic business information and it populates most of the form for you. So it really doesn't take that much time to actually fill out, and it just gets sent right over to your lender, who agrees with the information or disagrees or requests more documentation. Whatever your situation is, most of the time they just agree. They send it off to the SBA. The SBA then approves or denies it. And as we can see with the data, most of the time it's being approved and most people are receiving full forgiveness. And then borrowers whose loans are through banks that have chosen to not opt into the SBA's direct forgiveness portal must apply through their lender for forgiveness. That's what we just mentioned regarding going through your actual lender's portal if they are not part of the direct forgiveness. And again, your lender will reach out to you. And here's the direct forgiveness portal. I'll have this link down in the description. You can check out this after you're done getting one of the 100 spots left for the newsletter. But yeah, this is the portal that you'll actually go to if your lender is using direct forgiveness. And that's going to do it for today. I think I need to go have a cough drop or something like that. I would like to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a profitable day.